you are calm in midst of everything.
Maybe we want to talk about that. About how do you get there?
Yes.
How does that happen? Because that's new for me. I haven't always been like that person. Actually, if I describe myself to you as a 20-year-old, mind you, I'm already married. I'm living on a houseboat in Seattle. I'm going to school. And I'm 20 years old, and I was so uptight that my neighbor, who became my mentor, her name was Norma, she insisted that I needed to go to therapy because I had fears in the night. I was full of anger. I did not know how to dress myself. I looked like I was 14 when I was already a married woman. I didn't know how to conduct my marriage. I was very judgmental. I was depressed. I would sit for hours in my houseboat and watch the fur balls from my cats roll across the floor. And I had really bad self-esteem. Right? So what I will be telling you really is almost like a miracle. But it's a miracle that all of us can create for ourselves, right? So the problem, as I look back on it, the problem is, I'll tell you this too. I was learning to be a social worker. I was going to the School of Social Work at the University of Washington in Seattle. And that was in the mid-60s, and they were telling us all that we needed to be change agents. And I sat down in the student lounge one day, I was alone, and I just said out loud, how can I help anybody else to change? I don't even know who I am. I don't like who I am. I don't have any idea how to change myself. This is ridiculous that I'm supposed to know how to help other people change, right? And I made a decision, and the decision was, and I said it out loud, if I can help myself to change and one other person in my lifetime, I'm going to consider that I've done my job. And that took a lot of the pressure off right there, because it gave me permission to work on myself. And considering how messed up I was, I really couldn't see anybody else. I might as well work on myself because I couldn't really help other people. But looking in hindsight, Shua, the issue is that emotions are energy, and energy always needs to flow. And when the energy of emotion doesn't flow, then it blocks up, and it makes us tight, and it makes us stressed and anxious. And whatever emotion we're not allowing to flow also builds up in us. In my case, it was anger. As you know from previous conversations, I now consider myself a recovered angry person because anger is what I was full of. And so I would take offense easily. I would get angry easily. I would swear I wasn't going to yell at my husband, and I would do that with great regularity, right? Because I had all the energy of the emotions in me blocked inside, right? And so it made me prickly, it made me depressed, all of this because what we need to be doing is having a flow. So when you say I'm calm, my experience is I'm having a flow. If something goes wrong, I don't go, oh my gosh, that's gone wrong. Who's trying to punish me? What did I do? It must be my fault. I don't do that. I say, that's interesting. I wonder what I need to learn from this, right? Mm-hmm. Because now the energy is moving through me. I know that actually once you've built all that energy up, there's a big pressure. So you get afraid to let it go because it's going to take over your life. And it does for a while. But once you let it all out, it doesn't build up again. And that's what's really key. So now I have let all those things, jealousy, fear, anger, hurt, being worried about being rejected, being angry about being molested or not, not cared for as a child, etc., etc. I have let the energy of all that emotion go. So that now what happens, something occurs, the energy comes, I let the energy come through, I identify that there's something to learn, I focus on the learning, I learn it, and let it go. That's how you stay calm.